I can tell you guys with absolute certainty that I would not be who I am now and where I am now if it wasn't for Tokyo. This amazing city has done so very much for me, and I first started coming here when I was 15 years old. And believe it or not, that was 19 years ago. But I have been back many times. I have been to Tokyo 7 times now, which is quite a bit. So this is a work trip. I will be here for a couple of weeks, but I am here a little bit early because I wanted to visit friends and, you know, take you guys on some adventures. And I've mentioned it many times, but Tokyo really is my favorite city in the world, not only because I have so many memories here, obviously, but also because it is just so clean, so safe, and is absolutely aesthetic. So to show you guys the city in the best possible way, I really do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is the Insta360 Flow 2 Pro gimbal.
Now, if you don't know what a stabilizer or gimbal is, it's basically a device that you use alongside your smartphone, and it smooths out any jarring motion from your shots. The Flow 2 Pro has a 3-axis stabilization configuration, which makes your shots look extra smooth and cinematic. Not only is it foldable and portable, but it's also super easy to set up. The Flow 2 Pro has one-tap pairing where for your first time using the device, you just place your camera on the NFC area, accept the pairing prompt, and you're all ready to go. Once that's all set up, you have one-step deployment where you just unfold the stabilizer, mount your phone, and you're all ready to shoot, no need to press any buttons. The gimbal really has a great all-in-one design where it has a built-in tripod stand and a selfie stick so you can get your perfect angle every time. But the most impressive feature, in my opinion, is its tracking capabilities. Not only does it have multi-person tracking where you're able to choose multiple people to keep in focus, but the gimbal is AI powered and smart enough to identify subjects even in complex environments and from a distance. What's even better is that the tracking features carry over to third-party apps. The Flow 2 Pro has native tracking with Apple Dock Kit, meaning you can use apps like Instagram, YouTube, or WhatsApp and still have the gimbal be able to follow your every move. I'm so excited to try out the stabilizer for my live streaming, and I love that it also has this selfie mirror on the back of the gimbal so you can get those high-quality shots using your main camera while knowing you're still in frame. So whether you are a full-time content creator like myself or just someone who doesn't want to bring a whole bunch of bulky gear on their vacation but still be able to capture some amazing shots, the Insta360 Flow 2 Pro is for you. So if you guys would like to pick one up for yourself, I'm going to have a very special promotion link in the description which gets you a free gift with purchase of their magnetic phone mount.
So let's actually begin today's tour near the district where I used to live. This is Ebisu Station, Ebisu Eki, and I kind of lived in between Ebisu and Hiroo. And I personally really like this area because it's still very central Tokyo, but not very touristy. Like, this is definitely a working district right near Ebisu Station, but as we go further in, you'll see that it gets a lot quieter, it's a lot more residential, and I loved living in this area. I'm so happy to see one of my favorite coffee shops in all of Tokyo still be here in this location. Saratohiko Coffee. This is kind of their dine-in location, and they like roast, you know, all of their own beans. But just on the corner here, they also have a shop where you can buy the coffee itself and also coffee accessories. So if you come to Ebisu. I can't recommend this place enough. It is so nostalgic to be here right now. I have so many incredible memories of this district, and as you guys can see, like, it is pretty quiet, like it is pretty chill, and at least right here I usually was one of very few foreigners, but as we keep going, the area that I'll take you guys to is called Hiroo, and that was a very popular expat sort of community. There's a lot of international schools and really fancy restaurants and shops, very affluent sort of area. So I really liked being right in this district because this was very local, but within walking distance to Hiroo or Ebisu station. So we are officially on the main street of Hiroo, and there are just so many great restaurants on this street, especially busy during lunchtime. But since I'm not quite yet that hungry, I want to take you guys to my favorite park in the area that I would go to basically every single day when I lived here. How gorgeous is this park, guys? And the best part is that it's usually not that busy because it's mainly, you know, the local population that uses it. Most tourists usually go to, you know, Meiju Jingumai or Shinjuku-go and all the famous really big parks, which are also great. But this, I feel, is a hidden gem, and especially in the more residential sort of neighborhoods. So if you come to Hiroo, definitely check it out. We are officially in Roppongi, very famous district here in Tokyo, especially if you like to party. And surprisingly, the district that I am staying in, though my hotel is absolutely nowhere close to the party scene. But the lunch spot that I wanted to take you to, Sushi Zanmai, it is just behind me. They have really, really great sushi sets, so that's what we're gonna get for lunch. Arigato. I am here for a very late lunch right now. It is like 3 p.m., so there's like nobody here. But yeah, you can definitely get any kind of sushi that you want here. The prices are also very reasonable, so this is like a staple for me in Tokyo. So I decided to be adventurous today, guys. I ended up getting their deluxe set, which for whatever reason, when you order through the QR code, it was 3,300 yen, which is like 20 US dollars. A really great deal, in my opinion, for the variety you get. Of course, my personal favorites are the tuna. The tuna is always going to be really good. I also really like caviar, but the sea urchin and this, I actually have no idea what this is, I know are going to be, you know, questionable for me, but I feel like when you come to Japan, you need to try some new things. I almost forgot to mention that the set also comes with a miso soup, so that's a nice bonus. It is hot. All right, let's try the soup first. Very, very nice. And now it is time for the sushi, which I feel I should also mention. When you order it, you get to choose whether you want wasabi on it, you know, the really spicy green stuff. They usually put it underneath the fish. You don't need to add it on yourself. So all we have to do is dip it in some soy sauce. Let's start with the safe bet, which is, you know, the fatty tuna. I feel like 100% I am going to love it. Absolutely delicious, guys. Just like melts in your mouth. But now let's try the one that I'm not so sure about, which after looking at the menu is an arc shell. I don't even know what that is, to be honest. It kind of actually does look like fish, but obviously I don't think it is. So let's see. I hope I like it. The texture is a bit tough, but you know, the flavor is actually not too bad. Not as strange as I was expecting. Third, let's do the ikura, which is like caviar. I don't know if the mic picked it up, but the waitress just asked the sushi chef if they have California rolls. You guys, please do not come to Japan and ask for a California roll. Also, if you are from Eastern Europe, please don't come to Japan and ask for Philadelphia cream cheese on your sushi roll. Please stop embarrassing us. Absolutely spectacular, you guys. But of course, keep in mind the best view in all of Tokyo is of course the Sky Tree. That is the tallest tower in the world. If you didn't check out my videos from about 2 years ago, I did go up that. And then I would also recommend going up Shibuya Sky. That is also an unforgettable view. But yeah, I am really glad that I came up here. Little walk down memory lane. I would recommend it. Now, as we wait for the light to change, I just wanted to show you this super cool accessory that Insta360 has that you can add onto your gimbal, which is the spotlight accessory. Absolutely perfect if you are filming at night and want to give, a boost of light to the picture. Also makes your skin look so much better in the picture. Definitely recommend. So as you guys can see, this is a very busy district, but it is a lot of fun, definitely on the weekends. One thing I want to mention though that has honestly been a bit of a shock coming back this time around is just how many foreigners there are now here in Tokyo. Obviously, Japan in general has had a huge boom in tourism, believe it or not, but back in my day, 19 years ago, it actually used to be quite rare to see many other foreigners around. That is definitely not the case anymore, and there's a few reasons for that. First of all, the Japanese yen isn't doing that great, so for people coming from the West, Japan is actually kind of inexpensive. Second of all, the immigration here in Japan has also loosened quite a bit because, of course, Japan's sadly declining birth rate has gotten to a point where they really do need to have more immigrants coming in here to take the jobs that locals are not currently doing. And third, they actually did just launch a digital nomad visa, so I know there is a certain amount of the population that is also coming in on that. So having said that, I do just want to say, as a foreigner in Japan myself, I think we really do need to look more into the cultural norms that they have here in this country, because unfortunately, from what I have heard, there is a lot of foreigners that are not making the locals too happy. I know this happens in many other countries as well, that foreigners just behave like animals when they are in countries that are not their own. But on top of that, Japan also has a lot of, cultural differences that maybe we don't have so much in the West, like, not really speaking too much or too loudly on public transit. So I really would urge you to do your research, like especially for your first trip before you come here. Just look into the cultural do's and don'ts, and I think it will make the process, of integrating into the culture that much easier, but also be very much appreciated by the locals. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Once again, again, a very big thank you to Insta360 for sponsoring today's video. I would definitely recommend the Flow 2 Pro gimbal. I'm gonna have a link in the description. Definitely check it out. And as always, I am sending you guys so much love. I hope you're having a fantastic day and keep being your own kind of beautiful. Bye guys.